Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal match preview time. We are back. We should be happy, right? The last time Arsenal lost a Premier League game was at the beginning of November. That is 3 months ago, more than 3 months ago. That's usually the case. You should be happy, right? But it's difficult. Liverpool dropped points yesterday against Everton or Wednesday night against Everton. That usually means we should be happy, right? We should be buzzing heading into this Leicester game. Things are great. You haven't lost a game in 3 months. Liverpool have dropped points. They've basically lost their game in hand. Can we now go on a run? Like last year, we came from Dubai and we started winning game after game after game. The feeling after the team came from Dubai and they beat Crystal Palace 5-0 last season was a feeling of, okay, let's go on a run now. This time round, I don't know how to feel, man. Like Liverpool dropped points yesterday. We haven't lost all that, as I said, in the last 3 months in the Premier League. But I'm not super excited. I'm sure most of you are not super excited as well. And we know why. We know the reasons why. And it's sad. It's very sad. It's very, very sad how everything has turned out. I had a lot to say. I'll probably do a video later on today talk about all the injuries and all that. But obviously, we're heading into this game. Actually, the break, the 10-day break, I think it was very much needed. I would not have been. I don't think it would have been great playing again like 3 days after we had lost to Newcastle. I don't think we were in the groove of playing again. If you look at players like Timber and Declan Rice, they were on the floor. They were so tired, and those are the kind of players we cannot afford to lose right now because we don't have any forward players. We cannot afford to lose any defensive players as well. And those kind of players are really tired. I think they definitely needed a break. Havertz was on the floor for that game as well, or the game against Wolves. He was absolutely tired. Now he's not on the floor. Unfortunately, now he's in hospital. He just underwent surgery and he's going to be out for the entire season. And that means we're in trouble in terms of the forward line. Now, does that mean the season is over? Not really. But does that mean I'm going into every game, watching it and thinking, let's just see what happens? Yeah, I'm not going into like this Leicester game. I'm expecting a win, but I'm not going to this game saying, okay, let's do it. Let's win this game. Let's win this game. In the 4 points behind Liverpool before they play against Wolves. They have Man City and Aston Villa coming up and all that. It's a feeling of, oh man, we didn't sign anyone in January. We don't have enough players. We can't afford any other injuries. Now we're now going to have to depend on players like Nwaneri. Let's just see what happens. That is a feeling that I have right now. Let's just see what happens. I predicted Arsenal to win the league this season, even after we had lost or drew with Aston Villa. I still said, listen, there's still a chance there. I still don't think it's over, but we all know it's going to be very, very difficult. Right now, last season, after I came from Dubai, we were winning game after game after game after game, scoring bunch of goals, 5-6 every single week. Right now, it doesn't feel like that way. If we go ahead and we start scoring 5-6 goals with the team that we have right now, you might as well take Arteta to Buckingham Palace and knight him today. If we start scoring those 5-6 goals with those players that we have, it would be miraculous. So right now, what we're going to be depending on between now and the end of the season is to have a very good defense. We're going to need Ryan, Gabriel, and Saliba to carry us again. We'll need Calafiori to stay fit. We'll need Timber to stay fit. We'll need Declan Rice to play the way he's been playing the whole of this season and last season combined. The kind of 8, 9 out of 10 performances he's had for Arsenal, we'll need that every week. We'll need Odegaard to really up his game. Odegaard has not been playing well, but now with all those players out, if he doesn't play well, it could be curtains. He has to play well now. Like he's the only now like real player in that front line who can help us. He's the only one who's been there as we were fighting for the titles the previous seasons. He's the one that has always been there. So he'll need to up his game. So it's not an ideal situation to be in. I would have loved to come into this game, fresh after the break, and the players are back from Dubai. Let's do what we did last season. But hey, Havertz is out for the season. Jesus is out for the season, and it's so crazy how it happened. Literally 1 week after the transfer window closed. Saka could be back maybe at the end of March, so we're still not going to have him for another 10 games or something, or more than that. Right now, I'm so glad that we're playing Leicester, and then I have another 1 week break before we play West Ham. Right now, I think we need as many breaks and as many gaps as we can. Yes, it would be great to get on a run. We've actually won 2 Premier League games in a row. The Wolves and Man City game. If we win this one, it's 3 wins in a row. If we beat West Ham, it's 4 wins in a row. That will be a run. But you all know there's some games maybe you're going to have maybe 1 or 2 chances, and you're going to need to take advantage of them. But listen, let's just hope everything clicks. Let's just hope Noneri, becomes the first team play and just completely explodes even more. Let's hope we can get something from Sterling. Let's hope we can get something from Merino going forward whenever he plays. And let's hope whoever scores, just score a goal, score as many set pieces as you want. Right now, I don't think you're going to be watching extremely beautiful football going forward. Right now, you're going to have to survive and win some games and try and keep some clean sheets. That is what we need to do. But first, it's Leicester. We need to win this game for a start. We need to win this game. We cannot draw points again after Liverpool have dropped points. That cannot be the case. Just win this game, and then we have another 1 week break, or whatever formation we use in this game, whatever mistakes we make in this game, whatever good things come out of this game, work on it throughout the week again, and then we play West Ham. And then after that, it's going to be Nottingham Forest that week, and then someone else that weekend, and then the Champions League is back after that. So just win this game. Put the pressure on Liverpool. Just keep winning games. However, right now I don't care how we win the games. I'm not expecting any exciting football. So just win the games. Just win the games. Score whichever goal that we can, wherever it comes. Just do it. Now, I think as of now, I think Leicester is the best team to play right now. I mean, it would have been better to play Southampton or someone, but you know what I mean. No disrespect to Leicester, but coming from that break, and then with Havertz injured and Martinelli injured, you wouldn't have wanted to face Bournemouth away this week. That would have been a nightmare. So having Leicester, a team that is not confident at the moment, that is the best fixture to have right now. Leicester this entire season, they've conceded the second most goals in the Premier League, and that is only one less than Southampton. They've only won 4 games this season, 2 of them at home. They've won only 2 of those games at home, and one was in I think at the beginning of the season. I think they beat Bournemouth around October or something, and they also beat West Ham in December. So they haven't won a game since December at home. That is 2 months. And they had a run of like 6-7 losses in a row up until they beat Tottenham. Everyone beats Tottenham, and apart from that, it has been loss after loss after loss. Their last game, although Everton have become so good, the last game they lost 4-0 to Everton. Everton is not a team that usually scores 4 or 5 goals in games. So when they're able to get to score 4 or 5 goals past you, even with our front line, we should be able to score a couple of goals against them, whichever way, as I said, whether it's coming from Rice bombing into the box, whether it's coming from a party shot outside the box, whether it's coming from a Trossard tap in on the far post, whether it's coming from a Gabriel header from a corner. However, whichever way, I think Leicester also not good in terms of defending set pieces. Whichever way it comes, we should be able to score a couple of goals in this game. The last time we played them, many people underestimated them, but they actually gave us a game. They brought it back to 2-2, and we had to score very late on. Trossard had to score it as an own goal, in the 90th minute, and then Havertz completed the scoring to make it 4-2, in the 97th minute. So you cannot underestimate any team at all. And if you go into this game and drop points, you know the feeling that you'll have after that game. It will just be a downer. Right now, I'm already on a downer, and I'm usually very positive. Even after I drew that Aston Villa, I said, listen, we can still get on a run. We are, we're not that far back. As long as it doesn't get to the double figure points, let's hope Liverpool drop points in these games that are coming up. Right now, I'm not feeling that. I'm just feeling like, listen, just win however way. I'm not expecting a tremendous performance, but no, just go and win the game, and let's see what happens. That is just the scenario I'm in right now. So I don't expect us to finish like 5th or 6th. I've seen some people commenting and saying, now we're going to finish 5th or 6th. Now, we still have a very good team. Gabriel is still there, Saliba is still there, Rice is still there, all those guys are still there. We still have a very, very good goalkeeper. It's been amazing this season. All the foundation is still there. We just don't have players to score for our forward line. So maybe you could have to do with the 1-0s and the 2-1s for now. So let's just see what happens. So this is a good fixture for us up against Leicester. And even Man City beat them. Yes, the Man City that is terrible. Even Man City beat Leicester. So that is something. If Man City can beat you, then we should be able to beat them as well. But again, not underestimating any team. Don't be surprised if like something crazy happens in this game. But I'm still expecting a bounce back because we rested last week. Leicester had an FA Cup game against Man United. They were unlucky to lose that game. So let's just go into this game and get a win. And then after that, another 1 week break. So right now, I would not even have minded if you had another international break next week. I think right now we just need a break for the players to rest and, just to gather our thoughts. I think this break came at the right time. So if we win this game, right now we're 7 points behind Liverpool. We also need to create the gap between us and Nottingham and Chelsea and Man City and Newcastle and all those guys. By the time you play Nottingham, we should be clear of them. Let's make sure we're not going into a top 4 battle or anything like that. There's 14 games to go. I still expect us to win a majority of them. So go to Leicester and win that game. We need to win this game for sure. So which kind of lineup will do it though? We don't have players up front. We do not have any players up front, which is just crazy. I was looking at our team. I was like, how crazy is this? There's an element of bad luck, but there's also an element of why the hell didn't you buy players? Like we needed players before the season started. We needed forward players, backups for Saka, backup a striker. We needed players already. And now with all of them injured, and then having sold Smith Rowe, Nketiah, Nelson, Vieira, all 4 of them leaving, and then not getting anyone, that was absolutely crazy. So right now, my worry is how much are we going to rely on Odegaard? How much are we going to rely on Trossard? Are they going to be injured as well by the end of the month? That's my worry. We're going to now keep on pushing and pushing and pushing these players. So this is why we're going to see how good Atita really is. That's how to say it. Because now you don't have forward players. What are we going to do? Are we going to play Zinchenko in midfield? Are we going to try Tierney on the left side? Are we going to have Sterling as a forward? Are we going to have him on the left side? What are we going to? How are we going to mix it up? If we start all the forward players that we have fit, there's no bench at all. Who's going to be coming on and Trossard is tired? Who's going to be coming on and when Sterling or Nwaneri have a bad game? So all those need to be decided. But let me show you guys my lineup for this game. So that is the defense. So again, defense is totally fine. Luckily, most of our players are fit. I'm going to start Calafiori for this one. So Calafiori on the left side, Gabriel Saliba and Timber and Ryan Gold. So the defense, you can see the defense is still very good. And then the options on the bench for the defense, it's I wish I could just swap one of those players for a forward player, or one of those players could have been a forward player. I would have absolutely loved it. If Tierney could just convert into a striker, all of a sudden you could just convert him into a striker, that would be absolutely perfect. But defensively, I think a great Ben White is back in training, so I think defensively we are solid. I don't know, maybe some of those Champions League games as well, especially away from home, it's going to have to be like a top back 5 or something. Who knows? But that is the defense. So defense, absolutely fine. Midfield as well. I think midfield is totally fine as well. So we have Rice, Pat, and Odegaard there. That is my lineup. There's been talks about Merino potentially starting. But I'd keep it like this first. I'd keep it like this, unless Merino is the one who's starting up front. Just keep it like this. And then now we really have to protect players like Odegaard and Rice. Now, Rice all of a sudden has become like our biggest attacking threat. Now, without all the other players, Rice can score, he can assist. We are going to need him to get into the box a lot of times. So Rice, Pat, and Odegaard in midfield. Should be solid. Partey was incredible against Man City. So was Rice. Odegaard as well. In that game, he was good. And then up front, we don't have too many options unless we change the formation or play one of the defenders up front. I'm going to just go with the players that we have, Trossard up front, None on the right side, Sterling on the left side. Now, our hope with this is that Sterling has a good game, scores and assists, and you're like, okay, get some confidence up like Jesus did in December. Of 6 out of 10 Sterling is better than a 2 out of 10 Sterling, right? That would be better for us. The 2 out of 10 performances he's been having, if he drops that again, we're in trouble. Give us a 6 out of 10, but, triple the 2 out of 10. That would be better. If you can get a performance from him, if you can, give us a 9 out of 10. Who cares? That would be absolutely perfect. If he does that, he would save us a bit for a couple of games. But start Sterling on the left side, although I don't like him on the left side that much. Nwaneri has to start now on the right side, and then Trossard has to be up front. Now you can have Trossard on the left and Sterling up front, but we don't have too many other options. So if you don't Sterling, who are you going to? You don't start Sterling, who are you going to play? Unless you start Merino up front, Trossard on the left side, play with a false 9, that is fine. But as I said, what I want to see is whatever happens in this game, you work on it for the next 1 week before the West Ham game. If this one works, then keep playing it in training, and then we use it against West Ham. If we start with this and Sterling struggles or Trossard struggles as a striker, then throughout the week we'll see what happens. Then you try a false nine next week. We have to do that. The next 2 games, you have to find a solution for the next 2 games, and in training we don't have too many other options in terms of this. But yeah, I would start Sterling in this game. Let's try and get a third win. Third consecutive Premier League win. Let's do that. What is my prediction for this game, though? Whew. Now, I've watched Leicester a lot of times this season when they're playing Man United, Chelsea. I've watched them against Bournemouth, West Ham, all those games. Sometimes they play really well. Sometimes they play very, very badly. Like a game like the Everton away game last time, that was atrocious. But again, you watch them against Man United in the FA Cup, and you're like, okay, they don't even have Vardy, but they're still, playing some neat football. IU all of a sudden is looking good. I think Buonanotte, all those players, Mavididi, whoever plays, Daka, they have good players. But I'll still believe in the likes of Gabriel and Saliba to do the job, and hopefully you can keep a clean sheet. I don't know if Vardy starts or if he's fit. Vardy he always scores against Arsenal. Like since 2015, he always scores against us since the last 10 years. Crazy. So you can keep him quiet, hopefully. And then their defense is not that great. That is the truth. Fires and Vestergaard and all those players, they can make errors, and they're not good from set pieces. So with that said, I'm going to go with the win. I'm going to go with Leicester 0, Arsenal 2. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I'm going to go for Trossard to get a goal, and then I'm going to go for a set-piece goal somewhere. So Gabriel and Trossard to score. 2-0 win for Arsenal. Hopefully it can be more than that. We can try and cover that gap between us and Liverpool in terms of goal difference as well, because that is going to be needed in case they drop points. But 2-0 win for Arsenal. Let's hope we do it. Let me know your prediction. Let me know your starting lineup. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.